G'day, Dave here, the Enlightened Plumber, with today's quote. Where we put our awareness and for how long maps our destiny. Where we put our awareness and for how long maps our destiny. This is from Dr. Joe Dispenza. Well, let's get into this. So our awareness are the feelings, thoughts, what we're knowing about. So it's not that I understand something, but if I truly kind of know something, if I'm having a feeling that I need to look into a certain area or focus on something, that falls into my awareness. And if I'm going to focus my awareness onto something specific, so if I'm going to say, okay, I'm conscious of this, now I'm going to focus on it, therefore I'm going to look into it more, I'm going to learn about it, I'm going to read a book, I'm going to watch a film, I'm going to take some actions towards that item that I'm being aware of, and then I am going to focus on it. So how long am I going to be aware or conscious of or make some headway into following something? That's where this quote is about. So I'm noticing something, and that could be an interest in what my financial situation's doing. And I'm going to focus on that. Well, it could be that, okay, I've had a thought, money, what's going on with money? I'm going to focus. So now I'm going to click online. I'm going to check out my bank account. Hey, presto, boom, that's it, done, out. Well, now I've got an awareness of my financial situation, but I haven't looked at it for very long. So do I truly know what is going on? Do I know what's happening? Or do I just have a snapshot of what's like right there, right now? And that's it. So the mapping of our destiny is the next piece. So in that circumstance there, me going to look at my bank accounts online, I have spent this amount of time, like really small, like not even a minute, looking at what's going on. Well, do I have a real understanding? Yes, I've got an awareness that there's money going on, and do I care about it? Is it good? Is it bad? Whatever, I don't really know. I've just looked. And I can determine something from that, but I don't really have a picture. I don't really have an understanding of truly what's going on there because I haven't spent that long studying it. So I'm mapping my destiny. From that instance there, well, that's great, but it's very much more of a reactive scenario. I have looked at the numbers, but I don't know what's going on, so I can't make any decisions. I'm probably not going to change anything based on what I've seen. If it was bad, well, maybe that's terrible and I'm going to do something about it, or look some more because it's bad, or if it's great, that's wonderful. But I don't know what's going on from that. Like all I have is a snapshot. But mapping my destiny, well, if that's all I've got knowledge-wise, then I really have no control over my destiny. I don't know what my financial destiny is going to be. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? I could have $100,000 sitting there in a bank account and go, that's great. Not realizing that I've got commitments the following day that are going to take out $105,000. Well, if that's the case, I'm not in a good place, even though the number looks nice. But because I'm actually losing more than I've got. It could be that I've got 100,000 in there and I've got 5,000 coming out tomorrow. That's a much different situation because now I've got lots of money sitting there extra, but I don't know because all I've got is a snapshot. So taking this a little bit further and seeing how much focus we get, how much focus that I or you would be taking on this sort of number will affect our destiny. Well, that comes into, if I am now taking the same example, looking at my finances and say I'm going in every day looking at them. I am spending time now looking through my receipts, my Visa card statements or credit card statements, looking at bank card statements, and now I've got a trend and I'm mapping things out. I'm putting stuff on a spreadsheet, and so I know how much I'm going to spend and when, and how much I need to cover, and how much money I've got coming in and how much money I've got going out, and this is on a regular basis, and how much I get paid and all that kind of stuff. Well, now I'm building up more of a knowledge base, more of a history, and I can decide more things. I now know that there's money coming in and going out tomorrow. I now know there's all these things, and I know this is happening cyclically, so over time I can see this. Well, now I can plan better. I can decide whether I'm going to spend something, whether I'm going to make an investment, whether I'm going to leave it there, take it all out, put it somewhere else. I can look because I'm doing this. But maybe at the same time, going further than that to map my destiny out, well, now I'm going into, I'm investing in courses to figure out how I can better invest my money. I'm taking time out to speak to people at networking events and getting different opinions, different advice, speaking to the financial advisors, doing all these things. So I am now learning and taking an interest in my finances. Now that's a much different picture, and that is certainly going to affect my destiny, because now with all this information, I could make $1 million tomorrow because I know what to do with my money, how to leverage it, how to put things further or better. But I could also leave it there because that's the right thing to do. Because if I put it in a stock market or something like that at this point in time, well, maybe I'm going to lose all that money. So I don't want to do that. But that's where I'm mapping out my destiny. And this doesn't just have to work with finances. It can work with relationships. It can work with work, jobs, careers, education. It can work with anything. So whatever I want to focus my awareness on and spend time at, that is going to map my destiny. So with that, our quote again, wherever we focus our awareness and for how long will map our destiny. From Dr. Joe Dispenza and myself, Dave the Enlightened Plumber, figure out what you need to focus your awareness on and make sure you spend the time. With that, take care. We'll see you on the next one.